Hello. Welcome. Is it? No, it's fine. Welcome. Yo. Yo, what's up, Robert? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's just go into FG Odal while we wait for people to gather. The daily FG Odal. I guess let's do... Parvati. Let's start with this one. Wow. Off to a great start, aren't we? Yo, welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay. It could be this. Okay. It's below a 4-star. Below a 4-star quick male. Is there a welfare below a 4-star? No, right? So it has to be either story locked or FP gacha. Okay, and it is Earth. That is not an easy one, huh? Quick. I still can't believe this is a Sakura face. Quick. Quick. Quick, either single target or special. There is a male and also either FP gacha or story locked. I'm gonna guess story. Sugitani is Buster, okay, and that's also question mark, I believe. I don't know. Huh. Oh, this might take a while, guys, because I have zero clue who it could be. If it's below a 4-star, then I am in trouble. Sasaki Kojiro. No. Oh, I don't know. This is so hard. Who is a quick male? 3 or below? 3-star or below? That's also story locked. I'm looking at story locked because I had no idea who is considered FP gacha. So I'm just looking at who would be story locked. And I'm not having much luck. It also has to be Earth. Buster? No. Surely Buster. He looks like a Buster. I just want to click something and see what happens. Okay. It's not even a 3-star? Oh, he's Buster. Oh, that was a bad one, but... It's below a 3-star? That's so hard. It's not a caster, though. Wait. No, 3 and 3. It's not cool. Shoot. Also cool is Sky, I believe. Gareth is female. 3-star. What's Hector? I don't know. Shuan, Leonidas, Benkei. Once again, I just want to click something that I'm not sure of and see what happens. I'm gonna click on Benkei, because I think Benkei is like below a 3-star, right? It's a 2-star. Friend point summon. It is a friend point summon. Oh, and it's not special, so it's quick single target. 2-star quick single target. None of, oh wait, I already knew it's not a Lancer, so that was a wasted class. But it's single target. Oh my god. Kiran is no, right? No, not Kiran. I feel like David is a 3-star. Is it Paris? Maybe? Boom! Hey, I knew that Paris was a 2-star. Yo, welcome guys, welcome. Welcome everyone, welcome. So we got it, we got it. That's pretty quick. Yep. Went a bit better than expected. When I saw it's below a 4-star, I thought we were gonna be here for like 20-30 minutes, but it only took us like 5. So okay. So I was gonna stream yesterday. I was actually really in a good mood to stream. I was excited to continue Oku, everything was going great. And then freaking, if you were online, then you probably noticed that Cloudflare had a big global crash. They did an oopsie, and everything was kind of down, including Patreon. Patreon was down for a few hours, and that meant that I had to wait for Patreon to get back up so I could upload stuff on it, and that's why I didn't stream, because I had to upload all the stuff onto my Patreon at a later date than I would usually want to do it. So yeah, I'll never forgive Cloudflare. Yep, Intern Queen. Yep. Oh yeah, somebody got fired. Wow, that was a horrible pull right now. Hope so. Yeah. What's up, Lilipan? Where were we? Main interlude, right? Why is there a 5 here? Oh, because of all the possible directions. Oh, now I'm remembering where we left off. We left off at the cow room. That's right. My IP address, man. I thought it was an issue on my end as well. I was googling like what's happening. What does this error code mean and stuff like that. But then I noticed, or then I saw that everything was down for like everyone, and I was like, to be fair, some sites worked if you use like a VPN or something. Still, I don't know how that works, but I know that, yeah, for some sites it worked if you just use a VPN. Glad to hear there's some explanation. Yep. A slew of maid servants are lined up inside the spacious room. Okay. Yeah, Sparky, if you have a Discord, then you can join the server. I post like minor updates like that in the server. If I don't stream, where the day before I said I would or something along those lines. I decided not to post them on YouTube and stuff because I don't want to overcrowd the YouTube community tab with just minor announcements, but I posted in Discord. Let's get through this. We were on the living team yesterday, or 2 days ago, so... sure. Actually, no, let me do this. I'm gonna finish it off with Arjuna. Alterjuna. Go!
世界の歯車は壊れた。今こそ粛清の時。今こそエゴの時。マハープララヤ。
マハプラヤ。
戦というものは情報の収束に他ならない。つまりあの図書館に刻まれ。
Wait, did I even not do the dailies yet? I didn't do the dailies yet. Huh. Interesting. How did that happen? A loud moaning sound can be heard from the room ahead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, well. Excuse my intrusion, everyone. Dog room. Uh-oh. Act 2, the audience. Part 4. I don't want to be the audience. Let them do their thing. Okay, well. Well. I guess we gotta be the audience. What is this place?
It's a very spacious room, although, from our perspective, it's difficult to say where the hallway ends and the room begins. Right. The only partitions here are those incredibly flimsy sliding doors, and they're certainly not proper walls. I do not know how one would go about keeping research results safe for a floor plan like this. I find Japanese architecture fascinating, but also incomprehensible. All that aside, this does look like it's a special room. I'm sure this doesn't need to be said, but just to be clear, the original Oku didn't have any rooms like this. Who does this culprit think they are, changing it around any which way they... Who goes there? I had to ask that you let me handle this, Lady Kasuga Natsubone. I think she's an acquaintance of mine.
Okay, who is it? Yo! Wow! Okay. I thought she was gonna be kind of like at the very end, that she's gonna be hiding until we get to the end, but here she is. Okay, the boss lady is here.
I guess I am. Long time no see, Parvati. Don't worry, you're so welcome here, no matter how much I hate you. Praise be to our stupid reunion. Praise be to our stupid reunion. Joy to these ridiculous salutations. It seems like both of us have seen better days, doesn't it?
Is she the same person as Par? Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Fujimaru Ritsuka.
Yeah, she is. I'm just as shocked as you are. I never thought you would be using the same human for an avatar as I am. There must be a long story behind how she got like this. She must have left a very checkered fate on the world, too.
Checkered fate, okay.
You had already taken the half that was in sunlight, so the other shadowy half was still up for grabs.
So that's why it's like Dark Sakura. The shadowy Sakura.
It's wonderful how you ignored such a glorious fatal connection. I had to commend you for that. Ah, if only... You would hurry up and die already. Just looking at myself all filled with light like that makes me sick.
Yeah, we Heaven's Feel now? Nice.
This reading, there's no mistaking it. She's a divine spirit's pseudo-servant.
This is the Fate Zero version of Dark Sakura though, age-wise.
And on top of that, the fact that she knows Parvati must mean that she's from the Indian pantheon. That's right. She's a divine spirit, and her name is Kama. Kama, also known as Kamadeva, the Indian god of love and who wields the bow and arrow of lust.
Okay. Okay.
That's me. Do you know what my most famous story is?
No ma'am. You're gonna need to explain it to me.
The one where I end up in a world of pain thanks to a certain romance-addled goddess. Oh, I guess I can't blame you for being upset about that.
Oh, it's Parvati? Oh.
Even if it was my husband who did it, I'm still terribly sorry about what happened to you.
Fate minus 1 plus I. It's complex and Sakura is all about imaginary number space. True, true. Minus 1 plus I. Classic god shenanigans.
At any rate, what are you doing here? Do you have something to do with what's happened to Dioku? Another boring question, but I guess it's just my lot in life, given what kind of god I am. Fine. Dioku is a den of lust and decadence where women compete to see who can best win the king's favor.
Uh-huh.
Do you really have to ask how a god of love could have something to do with it changing into something that better represents its
lascivious
nature? You had an entirely wrong idea about it too. The Oku couldn't possibly be further from a lascivious den of... Sorry, Tsubone. You have every right to be angry, but please, set the lecture for later.
Okay. It is kind of cool how they're taking a Japanese history environment and then putting like an Indian story into it. Indian history story into it.
Huh? Now I see. Well, that's okay. If you want to help yourself to any other weak, pointless, insignificant leftovers, it's no skin off my nose. I'd sooner die than to be reduced to living inside Parvati myself. But hey, you do you.
Okay. Living inside Parvati myself. Okay.
Anyway, now that I think about it, I decided I'll probably answer your question after all.
I don't like Indian servants generally, but Kama is Japanese to me. How is Kama Japanese to you, Robert? I love the Indian servants. At least I like Karna and Arjuna a lot.
Of course, I'm involved with this Oku. It's mine now. Can't you tell I made it myself?
Sakura face? Yes.
I used a very special ingredient to knead it into just the right shape. I know you're still only on the first floor, but tell me, what do you think of it so far?
It's I
You really got off on it, didn't you?
You really got off on it. I wouldn't say that. I think that's a bit extreme. I don't know if I would phrase it that way. Oh my god, of course Kiara did.
No, I did not at all.
That face. Like then generally is because they're all over the place. Half of them feel like Dragon Ball characters. I feel like that's because that's kind of like what Indian mythology is though, right? I kind of like it. They do feel like Dragon Ball characters, and I kind of like the absurdity of the Indian servants. Because they are from the Indian epics and stuff, right? Where they're just like the son of God and whatever. Wait, the son of God. Wait, no. The son of God of Sun. Sure. Whatever Karna is.
Those attendants may be lifeless puppets, but they're still good enough to make you forget Fusei Shokai, the commandment not to kill. You should have shown them that it's okay to kill them, that you should kill them. I was sure you would enjoy it.
Son of the Sun God. That's a better way to phrase it. The son of the Sun God. My brain died trying to say that, but yeah. Yeah, the new, quote-unquote new, the Indian servant that came out a few months ago that you guys showed me, he looks so cool. I can't wait.
Disappointing to know that you're either unwilling or unable to accept my gift. Who are you anyway? I can tell you weren't on my guest list, but I don't know anything else about you.
Indra, that's it.
Me? Why, I'm just an ordinary servant, no more than a nameless nun of such insignificance as to be beneath your attention. I am fortunate to be here now thanks to the contract Lord Delivermet so kindly struck with me.
Yeah, fully trust Kiara. She's gonna lead us to a good place.
That would expire at any time. That could expire at any time. And I would vanish like so much stardust. Well, never mind the guest list. I don't like that you're here, but I can accept it all the same. Excuse me.
What's up, Mesh? We're having a conversation here, Mesh.
Did you really make this Oku yourself? Because that would make you the source of this singularity. Does that mean you're also the one who lured everyone else from Chaldea here?
Oh, yeah, where is that? What do you want?
Oh, be quiet. You'll find all that out if you just shut up and keep moving. That idiocy of yours is just wonderful. What a hassle. Alright, I suppose I can at least say this. Everyone you think was taken from you belongs to me now. I control whether they live or die.
Nice, it's a hostage situation. She's taking hostages.
What's that? You want to free them? Do you really have to spell it out? Spell out something so obvious to you? Wow. Of course you can free them if you make it all the way to the Oku's lowest floor. Theoretically anyway. That's why it doesn't matter what I say. You don't have any choice besides trying to make your way down. So now, let me tell you about the welcome wagon I prepared for this room. I guess you can't really get people going unless you destroy just the right thing, huh? How degenerate of you. I'm picking up a much bigger hostile reading than anything we've seen before. Be careful.
Okay, let's see.
I'll be honest. I don't actually want to kill any of you.
Let's see if these section bosses are gonna be strong at all.
All I want is for you to stay here in this Oku forever. All I want is for you to get off over and over as you wander around this den of decadence and pleasure.
Get off, huh?
Then why are you having the attendants attack us? Heck, you're doing it right now! I guess you could say that's all part of the fun. Let's just say that you could end up dying if you don't stick to the routine they expect. Don't worry, I'll take full responsibility if that happens, even if it is a huge pain in the ass.
Full responsibility for us dying, thank you.
You're still not giving us a straight answer. Why do you even want to keep us wandering around this Oku forever anyway?
I command you to goon? Yeah.
Don't you know nobody wants to date a woman who asks too many questions? Oh, wait. You think you're safe because you got married while you were still young and hot? Well, bully for you.
Oh, I could... I sense some bitterness here in Kama.
Anyway, why don't you all enjoy yourself with this little beauty for now? I just came here to check up on you, so I won't be joining you in the fun. I mean, how would it look for the proprietor of a fine entertainment establishment to enjoy herself with the guests right when they walk in the door? Not that I really care about that. Anyway, if you want to play with me that badly, you'll have to keep going deeper and deeper. Don't keep me waiting too long.
Okay.
Come on, get back here!
Let's go.
It looks like we need to do something about this before we can keep going. I find this rather distasteful, but I suppose if there is no other way forward, then I have no other choice. It really is quite frustrating, having to do such back-breaking labor on behalf of someone else. I suppose now I understand how those poor people who constantly go on about being averse manual labor must feel.
Okay. Averse manual labor. This is back-breaking labor. I try to pay attention to everything that Kiara says, Because I wanna zoom through the actual labyrinth so that we can get as much story as possible. Holy! Hello, ma'am. 7?
あがくの格の違いを知りなさい。
将来将来将来
I'm gonna wait with Ptolemaeus for one turn because there's 7 people. Actually, I feel like I can just do this, this, and I can take it one at a time.
この一滴が世界せっかくです。楽しみなさい。体は踊り、魂はほぐれ、末後の夢にしての状態でしょう。
Okay, did some damage. Oh, also the remove debuffs when you kill the ads. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. MP loss, bro. Hello. I don't even have enough to. Wait. Do I? 40? I think I do. I do. That was rude though.
いざ開け H の門。
視線はそのまま。
世界の集積
That was not fair.
我らの行く末を知るがいい。我らの旅路を思うがよい。
Bibliotheke Basileo.
リングバー
Bop. Is it over? Nope. I still need to kill the ads. Pum pum.
遠慮はいりません。
Perfect. Perfect timing, Ash.
殲滅だ。
Pum 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 pararam, pum pum. Ah, look at my boy.
粛清の時今こそエゴーの時マハープララヤ
Alter Juno is so cool.
どこまで読んだか忘れてしまった。もう一度。
Hey, did the dailies. Also, I cleared out all of free quests from the previous Lost Belt.
The hostile entities have been eliminated, but I'm afraid. We let Kama get away. That's too bad. Huh?
Is that a talisman? Okay.
Well now, what is this? It looks quite benign.
Oh, it's pillbox.
That's an Inro. A pillbox is this identification, and those 3 hollyhock leaves are the Tokugawa crest.
Oh.
The attendant dolls you have been seeing here are a type of familiar that Kama put together.
Oh.
Since that pillbox was inside of him, we should probably assume he was the catalyst used to create the ghostly attendant.
Is the pillbox glowing? Yeah. I'm only too lazy to do free quests when I finish the last belt. Well, the thing is, I have nothing to farm right now. So I was like, you know what, might as well do the free quest since I don't have any mats to farm.
What happened? What happened to the Shogun? Everything he says sounds like utter nonsense to me. Shh! You'll be finished if someone hears that, along with the old dog lover Shogun himself. You can't say things like that. The Shogun cares more about dogs than he does about his people, after all.
Really? Is that what they think of me? Am I in the wrong? I was just doing what I thought was right. I thought people are supposed to be kind and compassionate. Please, don't look at me like that. You all kiss up to me, but I know that what you say about me behind my back. It hurts. Is there no one who understands me? Have you met Xiangyu? He's 6'10", so... Yeah, we're getting there. But I don't feel like farming those mats, you know? It feels so bad farming those mats. I'm like, you know what, I'll just wait until the lotto for the mats.
It's alright. It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. It's wonderful that you love animals so much. You have nothing to worry about, nothing to fret over. I understand you. I'm the only one who does. That's why I love you. I love how compassionate you are. And I always, always will.
The Dog Shogun was the nickname Tokugawa Tsunayoshi. Oh, what was that? Oh, we were hearing that. Interesting. And we're the only ones who did. Interesting.
Something wrong, master. I see. You're just hearing voices. I'm afraid we didn't hear anything ourselves. And there isn't anything in the log either.
Just my imagination then. Yeah, it's probably just my imagination. It's probably the wind.
I hope you don't mind if I open it. It looks like it's empty. No, wait. There's something inscribed in it. I think it's the owner's name. Tsunayoshi.
Ah, here we go.
There's an entry for that name in our database. It looks like that's the name of the 5th Tokugawa Shogun.
The 5th shogun of the Tokugawa reign. Okay.
The 5th, but the current Shogun is the 3rd Tokugawa, Lord Iemitsu. Let me explain. To make a long story short, we members of the Indian goddess entourage are all goddesses ourselves, so we happen to know a little bit about what happens in the future.
We members. Huh? What? India's goddesses entourage are all goddesses ourselves. The rain sounds like Josuke. Oh, what a reference. Uh-huh.
Tsunayoshi is Iemitsu's 4th son. Apparently, he goes by Tokumatsu as a child.
I don't know about Kiara as a goddess. Yeah.
And the Shogun's children, you say? Well, that's just wonderful.
Tokumatsu.
That must mean the Tokugawa family will continue to preserve peace in Japan in the future. That's the best news I've heard in years.
Ah, Shion is lying to Lady Casca so she doesn't panic about time travelers. That makes sense. I was like, what are you talking about, Shion? Okay, that makes sense.
Now I can truly rest in peace. Although, what's a pillbox belonging to a future Shogun doing here? Good question. But just because it has his name on it, does not necessarily mean it belonged to him. Let me take a closer look. This pillbox. There's something spiritual contained within it. Furthermore, it's packaged in a way that limits its attributes. This may be a real find. What do you mean? I mean that we can easily use it for ourselves.
We're talking about him in past tense? Yeah.
If we pair it with an output device, we should be able to make it manifest Magecraft.
What kind of output device? Do you have any speakers on us?
Specifically, we can install it in Delivermat's Mystic Code and use it to rearrange the Mystic Code's capabilities.
Okay.
Are you sure that's safe? It may have a particular inclination, but it's essentially nothing more than pure magical energy.
Just plug the USB into the pillbox? Yeah, exactly.
There's no sign that it has been tampered with, so I think we should be able to make effective use of it. So, what do you think? It could give you more ways to tackle this Oko expedition?
It'll help us save everyone, then it's a no-brainer. Sure, let's go.
Okay then, let's do it. It's human nature to try new things after all. Alright, hang on while I figure out how to install it. I'll tell you how to do so once I'm done. There we go, you did it perfectly, just as I calculated. You're very good with your hands, aren't you, Lady Shion? My area of expertise is in the mind and spirit, so I'm very impressed.
Oh, Kiara.
This Oko is positively bristling with traps, just like a puzzle box. Anything that can keep Master safe, is wonderful in my book. Well done, truly. Alright then, what do you say we keep going?
Let's go.
Now that we know that Gull is the one who turned my Oko into this, all we have to do is find her and defeat her.
Let's go.
I understand that she's an acquaintance of yours, Lady Par, but she's still my enemy. I can't go easy on her even if I wanted to. Don't worry about holding back on my behalf. I'm sure you figured this out by now, but she isn't exactly fond of me. I can't blame her for that, seeing as how what happened to her and she was my fault. But I do think Indra and the other gods deserve some blame for fanning the flame. I mean, never mind that.
Yo, Indra mentioned, my boy.
No matter what she went through in the past, that doesn't give her the right to hurt innocent people who had nothing to do with it.
I'm definitely pulling for Indra once he eventually comes out.
We can't let her get away with this. I don't know what her true goal is, but we have to stop her if we want to rescue everyone from both Edo Castle and Chaldea. Right. Although, if she really does have everyone's lives in the palm of her hand, that's going to make things very difficult. For the moment, I guess you do not have a choice but to take her at her word and make her way to the bottom floor. She did say she wanted us to wander around this Oko forever, so I'm sure the labyrinth is only going to get even harder to navigate from here on. I'm sorry to ask you to take on such a difficult mission, Master, but we're counting on you to rescue everyone.
He comes out 1.5 years from now. I know. But I need a Paco servant, you know? Paco's servants are so good. I'll do my best. I promise.
All that said, there's still something bugging me about Kama. Me too. But at least in regards to that, I don't think it'll come up again soon. I just hope it isn't related.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, we should get going. I'm sure we'll still have a very long road ahead of us after all.
Let's go. Hey. Item. Get. Acquired. 5th Shogun Tokugawa Tsunayoshi's Inro. Can of history, yep. Pum pum pum. Give me more labyrinths. Oh, well. Master skills become Inro skills. You will receive an Inro pillbox decorated with a Tokugawa crest of 3 Holy Hawk leaves. At certain points in the Tokugawa Restoration Labyrinth Oku story, once you have an Inro master skill, master skills will be changed to Inro skills. Although your Mystic Code's master skills cannot be used, Mystic Code EXP gained through will be applied to Mystic Codes you have equipped. Okay. They're indeed skills. Has no battles. Okay, let's... Wait, what's it called? Elegant Corridor. Interesting. Inro can be upgraded by going the wrongish way sometimes. I don't think we need it. This corridor is magnificently crafted. You just want to admire it forever. Okay. The gold decoration on the Fusuma is elegant and beautiful. Could this room be for someone important? Butterfly room. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Interlude, the Truth of Materials, Part 1.
Huh? There's something on the floor there. Here, what is it?
Okay.
It looks like a Hanafuda card. I don't really know anything about them myself, though.
It's a butterfly.
Is that anything like a Karuta? I've seen the Oku's residents and attendants playing with that before. It's so surprised they might have dropped one of their cards. Wait, Shion is cocking her head. Is there something strange about that card? No, it's just an ordinary card. It has nothing to do with the expedition, but its parameters are also not stable. They're constantly shifting around.
Okay.
It's as if there's some sort of black box component to this card that makes it impossible to analyze.
Japan loves their TCGs, yep. Even in the Edo era.
You mean, it's the same? Hmm? What are you talking about? I mean, it's behaving the same as everything over your heads and beneath your feet. The very Oku labyrinth you are currently traversing. Obviously, the fact that it's giving off the same readings as the Oku means that the card is also part of the Oku. Unfortunately, I don't have any more information to go on at this moment. Still, I do not think it poses any danger, and it's very intriguing that it would behave this way, so please hang on to it. If you find any similar samples, then I should be able to conduct a more thorough analysis.
Roger that.
Well, I can't complain too much as long as they are getting their work done, but it's so only right that they pick up after themselves when they're done. I can understand if they didn't realize they dropped it, or they just forgot to pick it up. But once I find the culprit, they're still going to get nearful. Oh yes, I'm happy to be the bad guy if it will keep the Oku dignified. All that aside, I'm just surprised. I never would have pictured the Oku's residents playing card games before. Well, of course they did. If they could never leave or have any fun, they'll make it a prison, not a home. The women who lived in the Oku were free to keep dogs, cats, and birds, sing songs, play the koto, have tea, hold hanami and tsukimi parties. There was plenty of entertainment to go around.
Thoughts on Kasuga Par for now? She has cool, I like her expressions and stuff, but so far she doesn't have too much of a distinguishable character to her. She's pretty normal so far. But she's cute. The expressions and stuff are really well done. But doesn't stand out too much.
Of course, if this is fake, in this fake gloomy...
of mad feminine voice. Thanks.
Of course, in this fake gloomy underground Oku, there wouldn't be any way to hold a hanami or tsukimi party, would there? Now I'm absolutely livid all over again.
She's doing better than Melt. Yeah, she feels very harmless. She does not feel suspicious at all. Maybe I'm gonna eat my words, but she does not feel suspicious at all.
Come on everyone. The sooner we get to the bottom of this accursed fake Oku and save the Shogun, the better.
Hey, the Hanafuda. Okay, let's see. Shoot, I forgot what the team is gonna be. Fluffy or Shredded. I'm going through Seraph. Okay. No spoilers, I guess. I mean, to be fair, if you're watching ahead, maybe not the best idea. Wait, this was the elegant one. What was... shoot, I even said that I'm trying to remember what Kiara was saying and I already forgot. We have Shredded and Fluffy. Shredded and Fluffy. Elegant. Surely it's Fluffy. This corridor has a springiness that feels just right to the step. Do the side quest there too for extra challenge? I don't know. Egg room. There's nobody inside the room, but there's something that looks like a bird's nest. What the hell is that? What? Chicken room? Level 70 recommended. I don't think the battles here are gonna be tough, regardless of which one I go into, right? Just because it's an event story. I think the only tough one is probably gonna end up being the boss then at the end. If I were to take a guess. You open the door and a big chicken rushes at you, snapping at your neck. We're still too early, yeah. They don't have the Artoria Hoge though. Damn. They're not the cool chickens.
あまり悩ませないよ
将来壊れる
楽しくなるでしょ
Gain a large number of... Sure.
星は縮小し悪は消そうか
Go!
世界の歯車は壊れた今こそ粛清の時
Some are tough if you bring suboptimal teams. I mean... yeah, I mean, I can see that. I could also just bring a 120 Ash or a 120 Morgan of yours, Robert. Bit overkill. I just slashed the space that they were occupying in half. Okay. Smelly corridor. Dazzling. It has to be dazzling. If you are elegant then fluffy, surely dazzling is the next one. Wait, I don't remember what she was talking about though. I'm trying to remember. What Kiara was talking about. Oh my god. That's gotta be dazzling. A shiny mirrored corridor. How much polish did it take to make it so shiny? Fluffy, elegant. Yeah, Smelly cannot be in the same category as Fluffy and elegant. Fluffy maybe is like an animal, but elegant. Elegant and Smelly are opposites. It's so shiny, it's blinding. Let's be careful not to slip. Ugh. Light floods out of the room. What in the world? Goldfish room. I guess elegance could be... An animal can be elegant, I guess, and fluffy, and also smelly. Maybe. The room was full of maidservants in flashy outfits.
夏の装いですが何か
120 Assassin Charlotte? Nice. That's kinda based. Fox is pretty elegant. Ah, I see your Tamamo build.
世界の集積を知るがいい。我らの行く末を知るがいい。我らの旅路を思うがよい。身振りを定義忘れよう。
Go. fracture the space they're occupying.
星は縮小し
引き届けましょう。
悪は剣によって裁かれる
Cut the dimension in half.
車は壊れ今こそ粛清の時今こそエゴーの
Brr.
時マハープララヤ
普段は当然すぎて何も感じませんが、喝采も悪くはありませんね。
I'm sure, Matt. So I'm guessing I chose correctly. I don't know how and when you know whether you chose correctly or incorrectly, but I'm guessing I chose correctly. Spick and span corridor. Okay. It looks like a newly restored corridor. The new wood smells nice. Spick and span corridor. A big koi fish is painted on the fusuma. Okay. Oh, it gets me worried when it starts lag like this. I don't want it to crash. Oh, I think it's good. The truth of materials, part 2. Assassin. Oh, speaking of 120, 120 Charlotte. I guess let's take her. Let's take her. On this floor, if you choose incorrectly, you're going to a dead end immediately. Not on future floors, though. Okay. Oh, my PC is going wild for some reason. Trying to load all the scenes here. Okay.
終わりを始めよ
Usabi no Shichi. What? Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm probably not gonna use her then, because I can just one-shot this guy. I can do this.
う魔導的将来
And then I can do Buster down into single target into this. I could also give myself some stars there, but it's fine. Lower Buster, resist. Ignore defense. Alexandrias. Nice. Maha Praya. He's so cool. One of the coolest designs. IMO.
The giant ghost has been eliminated. Great work, everyone. So there's only one of those here too, huh? It looks like these giant ghosts serve as gatekeepers of a sort.
Okay. They do some gatekeeping.
Hmm?
Hey, another one. It's happening again. Let's see it. Oh, he came from Caldia Boys. He's holding a bunch of SQs. Nice.
I know this sort of thing happened sometimes during the wars, but he's still just a child. At this rate, Arai Hakuseki and Manabe Akifusa will be able to do whatever they want with the government. That little boy, the Shogun, what a joke. He's a figurehead, nothing more.
Wham! Wham!
Oh, what's wrong? Did somebody say something mean to you?
What's up, Kev?
It's not your fault. You're still so young. Whoever said that should know better. Nobody else may love your youth, but I do. I promise. Now, How would you like to play? I'm up for anything.
Okay. I don't mind hearing this, but I want to know what their deal is. Yeah, man. Some explanations?
It's another pillbox. Let's see. This one has Ietsugu written inside. As I suspected, the database says that was the name of the another future shogun. It looks like Ietsugu was the 7th in the Tokugawa lineage. The 7th, you say? So he was Lord Iemitsu's great-grandson. I see. Tell me, what was his reign like?
Oh. Oh. Don't worry about it.
This is awful. I can't possibly tell her that he became the shogun when he was still a small child, only to die just a few years later.
Oh no.
Ahem. As goddesses, we cannot go around telling other people what the future has in store without a very good reason. That could create all kinds of problems. So I hope you understand that we cannot answer that question. Oh, I see. If you know what's going to happen before it happens, it would throw off everything that's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
That's fine then. I don't need to hear more. Just knowing that the Tokugawa line continues on is enough for me.
Shion is a goddess. She's pretending to be a goddess. In front of Kasuga. So that she isn't suspicious to Kasuga. Because everyone else here is kind of like a goddess thingy. Well, kinda.
Everything that's supposed to happen, huh? She knows nothing about magecraft or modern history. But you can still sense that the past, present, and future are all connected. She really does have quite an eye for the big picture. I can see why she left such an indelible mark on history. But it's also very sad. Her final moments must have been dreadfully painful.
Makes sense? Kinda.
Anyway, this new pillbox might be able to give us some new functionality, just like the first one. Let's try it out.
Yeah, more skills. Level up. Acquired 7 Shogun Tokugawa Ietsugu's Inro. A Bodhisattva is close enough. Let's count Kiara in the club. Yeah. I guess so. I guess if she's an alter ego as well, you know, you never know. You never know what's brewing in the pot of an alter ego. Shion is saying no spoilers. Yep. Okay. Oh no. Restless. Brisk walking. Exhilarating. Restless, exhilarating, and what was it? Brisk walking. She must have been quite resilient. No wonder she was that remembered in history. Her death must have been painful. Restless doesn't sound right. Wait, Because like restless and exhilarating feel like they could be the same thing. So I don't think it's either of them. Because like restless, exhilarating would be could lead to restless. So I feel like these two cover the same ground. So I feel like it could be this. Brisk walking. Wait, brisk is grandpa? Oh. It's quite different. I mean, if something is exhilarating, then you would be restless, right? Actually, maybe not. Maybe it's quite different, actually. The more that I think about it, the more it is different. Restless. Yeah, true. Restless is more like anxious and stuff like that, right? True. I don't know which one's the correct one. I'll be honest. I'm lost. I'll do exhilarating because that sounds right. Last area of this floor. Let's hurry through. This is why you pay me big bucks. Ah, yes. All the big bucks, of course. Exhilarating. A familiar presence can be felt inside the room. Now, what could it be? A rabbit room. A rabbit room. By the way, are the teamings, you know, the teamings of where you're supposed to go, are they per floor or are they per every segment that you see, like every story segment? How does it work? Does the teaming change every time you get into a new story, or is it consistent throughout the entire floor and then it changes once you go to a new floor? Kind of both? Okay. Okay. The maid servants are redoing their makeup and waiting inside the room. Five, okay. Go! Go! Basileo! Let's Mahapralaya that ass. And let's also do this. Because why not? Is it level 2 now? No. Dog Shogun. Oh wait, I think I can change. Oh, it's fine. Whatever. Mahapraya. Ah. Okay, Grandpa. Wait, let me get just some more tea. I've been chugging my tea way too fast. We're 1 hour in, so sounds about right. Let me get some more tea, and then we're continuing on. Okay. Sleepy corridor. Okay. You're getting tired, but just a little more. Keep going. Sleepy corridor. A sleepy growl can be heard from inside the room. Cat room. Raida. The Truth of Materials, Part 3. Can't you see this is futile? Tajime no Kami, just give up already. Yagyu! My answer remains no. I see reducing yourself to becoming a servant has done nothing to make you less stubborn. What happened to you, Lord Nobutsuna? You were once one of the Shogun's most trusted advisors. How could you turn back? How would you turn your back on Tokugawa and lower yourself to aiding this madness? You should be ashamed. I can understand why you would say that, Lord Munenori, given that you taught Shogun Iemitsu in the ways of war. But that's all in the past now. Lady Kama is a god. She has already toppled the Tokugawa shogunate, and we have no hope of defeating her. It's natural that the loser swear allegiance to the victor. Lady Kasuga may have known war in her lifetime, but she has never gone to battle herself. She could never hope to understand. There are times when victory is simply not possible. That's a part of war. You fought in the battles of Sekigahara in Osaka, Lord Munenori. Surely you can understand. Of course, I too know well of what I speak. I witnessed the hell that was the Shimabara Amakusa rebellion myself. Oh shit! Hey, that's a throwback. That's a great many word that you say you went over to the enemy side once you thought you could not win. Yo, what's up, Keisa? What's up? What else could I have done? Only a fool would defy the gods of the Buddha. Lord Munenori, I have nothing but the highest respect for your skill with the sword and for your leadership. That's why I have gone out of my way to offer you a role in this new government. It's only through my request and Lady Kama's good graces that you still remain here. If she so wished, Lady Kama could use her spell to rob you of your mind and force you to be an attendant, as she has done with a number of other servants. Ah yes, her charm. But I would much prefer you agreed to join us out of your own volition. There's nothing else to say. I'll never wield my sword in service of Tokugawa's enemies. If this old body of mine impedes your way, then behead me and be done with it.
Report. Gas have invaded this floor. What would you have us do?
You dare speak to me without as much of bowing your head. Insolent doll. These puppets are useless. Okay. Why did you kill her? You saw how rudely she spoke to me. I merely gave her what she deserved. I know what you're thinking. Of course, I know it's folly to expect manners from marionettes. Which is why I wish to only keep those who do know their manners by my side. My patience can only last so long, Tajima no Kami. I hope you'll choose wisely before you become part of the Oku yourself. Trust me when I say that no amount of Zen alone will help you endure that forever. Oh, A lot of people were in the Shimabara Rebellion. Even male Musashi. He pulled Bilbo Baggins. Nice. Is that getting hit by a rock in the head and losing consciousness. So it is realistic that you just throw a rock at someone and they just faint, fall over and die. Interesting.
Matsudaira Nobutsuna, was it? I see your face is as bereft of joy as ever. How very dull. Of course, people like that are usually the most fun to save, but I don't see a great deal of opportunity for salvation here. More's the pity.
How very dull. Okay. I need to pay very close attention to Kiara. Okay, more's the pity.
Huh? The reading! Master, look at what's behind Nobutsuna!
Is he melting into the pillar? Oh, okay. Hello, Master. I'm afraid they caught me by surprise. Oh yeah, I guess he would be part of Chaldea, right, Yagyu? I would bow my head in apology if I could, but I'm afraid I cannot even manage that right now. I'm sorry you had to see me like this.
Huh? Lord Munenori, how did they trap a man of your skill? Why didn't they use their value, your wanted Shinkageryu you're always going on about? Did you know how excitedly the Shogun would talk about how your Shinkageryu was the strongest in the world? How can you ever face him again?
Have we met?
Oh, right. I look like Lady Par now, don't I? It's me, Fuku, Kasuga no Tsubone, head of the Oku.
Ah, Lady Fuku. Why do you look like that? How strange.
Yeah, strange. There really is no better word for it. Let me tell you what I just learned from my analysis. That person you see over there is undoubtedly Yagyu Taijima no Kami Munenori, a saber with ties to Chaldea.
Ah.
But at the same time, he's also giving off the same readings as one of the Oku's pillars. Oh yes, it's not just him. If we assume the same is true for everyone else here, everything adds up. Where did the people of Ill Castle go? What happened to Chaldea's staff and servants?
They were all integrated into Oku, huh?
The only possible answer is, they were used as materials to build this Oku.
Interesting. Interesting. Huh?
That's horrific! This giant magecraft structure was almost certainly made by using others' life force as construction material.
Okay.
While there may be differences of degree in their density, both human and servants alike could be used as more or less identical building blocks. Then, that would mean that the people of Ill Castle and Chaldea were not abducted after this labyrinth was built.
Yeah, but they were abducted as it was being constructed.
But rather, that they were abducted in order to create it in the first place.
I'll give you credit for figuring all that out. But you're mistaken about one thing. Not everyone who was abducted was used to build the Soku. I'm told Lady Kama is keeping some souls that lack physical form on the bottom floor. People become wolves when they're killed. Wait, okay, so using their life force. It's not like literally using their bodies. It's using their entire being and their life force to change it into Oku. I see.
I see. Then she wasn't lying when she said we would need to make our way to the bottom floor to rescue everyone.
Lady Karna. We would need to make our way to the bottom floor to rescue everyone. Yeah. Yep.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your kindness in being so forthcoming?
Lady Kama has entrusted me with ensuring nothing happens to the Oku. So if I wish to stop you from stripping it of every panel, I had to tell you that doing so will not let you rescue everyone you seek. It's my job to ensure that the Oko's atmosphere is preserved. I cannot have you recklessly or wrecking it needlessly.
Not to worry, we would never do anything like that. There would be no point in bringing back these resources without their associated
Qualia? Qualia? Qualia?
But if we can analyze the spell this Oko's construction rests on, then I should be able to reverse engineer it and restore everything to normal. Alternatively, if we take the simpler route and remove the spell's caster, Kama I presume, from the equation, that should result in the Oko's destruction. Either way, we still need to get down to the bottom floor.
We'll save everyone eventually, but Yagyu needs our help right now.
He certainly does. Since he's not yet fully become part of the Oko, there's still a chance he can be extracted.
Let's see. Let's try it.
I cannot promise anything, but as long as I can properly analyze them, I think our odds are pretty good. Huh. Preserving Oko's atmosphere? Is that supposed to be a joke? Even putting aside this bizarre and obscene interior decorating. What kind of atmosphere is there to preserve when you are embedding people in pillars, like Lord Munenori there? For that matter, having that broken attendant doll just lying there seems to be doing plenty of damage to the atmosphere on its own.
Ah, yes. You're right about that. I should not have left it there after I punished it for its insolence. It would seem even I am not immune to the decadent pleasure of sanctioned murder. That said, it's not a warrior's job to clean up a mess. I'll have the maids take care of that.
It's another giant ghost. Be careful, everyone.
Let's go. The fault for this lies entirely with me, master. Please, go on and forget about me. This Yagyu is so different from the Yagyu in Shimosa. Ugh. I guess this is how he acts when he's lower in the hierarchy than we are. We have to save him.
Well, I still need to run a detailed analysis, but I can tell you now that you should not just try to yank him out. However, if you can get close enough to examine him, that'll help me collect more precise data. Tsubune, I'm Parvati. I'd like you to focus on Yagi first and foremost. Got it! Does that mean I'll be fighting this ghost by myself?
Yes.
You're saying that because you trust me, right? You don't mean that I'll need to fend for myself, right?
Where is the Xiangyu room?
Oh my. Well then. I believe I can come up with some means by which to amuse myself. So please, don't mind me.
Oh, Kiara. I see giants. That's cool. Ugh. Oh. Okay. So Buster down, and then what do you do? Earth attribute. And what is your overcharge? Is it just MP strength? Yeah. The power of love. The power of love. Mahapraya. Can you stall to use again? Yeah, surely. Pum, pum, pum. Dodged. Nice sidestep. How's it going over there?
Sorry, it's taking longer than we thought. It looks like there are a bunch of steps we have to follow, even with my divine powers. Okay, that goes there, and this goes here. So for this binding spell, if we reverse this... Well damn, I'm afraid every one of my thought processes has come to the same conclusion. There's nothing we can do to save him right now.
Well, I guess we're not adding Yagyu to our roster. I guess we'll save him by defeating Kama. The same as the other guys.
What do you mean? Did you figure something out? My analysis tells me that we lack the right tool. You know how you cannot electrolyze water unless you also have electricity? This is just like that. I can see a way that we could separate Yagyu from the pillar, but we do not currently have the resources for it.
Well, okay. That's fine.
It's not simply a matter of magical energy. We need something with an affinity for this Oku. How are you supposed to fight something like that right now? Isn't there anything we could use as a substitute? I'm trying out every parameter I can on anything I can find, but honestly, there's no telling when I will find something suitable. It could be a moment from now, or it could be tomorrow. What? But we don't even know if Yagyu can hold out that long.
I already told you, just leave me. I mean, there's like a bajillion servants already integrated into this place, so one more being integrated into it is not that big of a deal. But I guess it would be a bit more help to have someone else with us to help. It's not just Kiara fighting then, right? That's not going to happen.
Huh? What is this? Something is really hot.
Oh, stop it, you. Oh, it's the card. Okay, I thought she was... Okay, never mind.
I think it's the card you found, Lady Par. Huh? You're right, it is. Why did it grow so hot all of a sudden? Huh? Huh? Stop the process. We can convert that Hanafuda card into pure energy. It even has the Oku affinity we need. This is what we are calling it now, by the way. I just decided that.
Okay.
We can use this affinity to figure out exactly where the Oku circuits are. Its workings are still a black box to me, but who cares as long as we can use it to get wherever or where we need to go. Then, you mean... We can totally do this. All we have to do is use that card as a spell's power source. Understood.
Okay, let's get Yagyu on our side.
Great, you got him out. It looks like his spirit origin is still intact. Once we get those shackles off of him, he should be back to his old self. They seem to have things well in hand over there too. It's been great fun being with you like this, Master. But I think it's time we wrap this up and... Oh?
Huh?
Look out! The giant enemy ghost just changed its target. It's coming after you, Parvati. You need to...
Huh? Ah, nice Yagyu.
Huh? Yagyu? You can't. Your sword is still under a different spiritual lock. It won't take us much longer to get it out. Please, you don't need to do this.
Yagyu is kind of strong saber too. That's true. That is true. Not to worry. The Shinkagiryu is not the only tool I possess.
What? Did he really just catch it Naginata blade with his bare hands?
Of course. Of course.
Whoa. That's a technique called Mototori, isn't it? Amazing. I wish I could have seen it in person. Oh, yes. That was incredible. That must be the quintessence of the Otomerio. I see now why outsiders were not permitted to witness it. Oh, how truly marvelous. You really must teach me sometime. For now, though, you really should have known better than to let your attention wander to another woman when I'm still right here beside you, or before you. But since you were kind enough to leave me with such a wide opening, I'll just have to go ahead and take advantage of it. Now, off to the heavens with you.
Peace. What a pleasant surprise this turned out to be. Even my parched throat is taken aback. This is what it means to be hoisted by one's own petard. If you had forgone your attempts to win me over and made me into a pillar right away, all my resisting would have gone for naught. Yes! Regretfully, my nickname of Wise Izu gave me more credit than I'm due. But this is not a matter of public-facing politics, so I feel no shame in my conduct. At any rate, now that you have escaped your bonds, I am under no illusions that I could bash you with my sword. So I think I'll take this opportunity to make a peaceful retreat. Yeah?
Wait! What is it you're after? What does Kama want? Why have you been turning people and servants into the materials to build this Oku?
I do not know, nor do I care to. All I care about is serving my lord faithfully.
He does not seem to be lying, so I guess we're still in the dark in regards to Kama's goal. One thing we do know now is that this Oku has become a full-blown singularity. If we don't do something about it, it could lead to the collapse of humanity.
Sure.
That's KT's ultimate goal when he created the 7 singularities, but this time... yeah, this time, we do not know if that's her goal in spawning the singularity, or if it's just a side effect of her true goal. Good grief. That's all well and good, but should we be just letting that man get away?
We need to make sure Yagyu is okay. The non-combatants can do that. Can we, can Kiara catch him? Parvati, catch him. I'll check up on Yagyu.
I agree. There's no telling what kind of traps we could blunder into if we just rush him blindly.
Okay, that's fair as well.
Right now, we should celebrate gaining a new ally and make sure our position is solid before moving on.
Sure.
Everything checks out. I can't see any irregularities in your spirit origin.
I'm sorry to make you go to so much trouble for this decrepit body. Truly I am.
As well as she should be, it's supposed to be the last line of defense when anything threatens the Shogun's safety. How could you let yourself be captured along with everyone else?
I see. Then you truly are Lady Fuku, despite your current appearance.
Hey, what's that look? Are you saying I, of all people, should have been there to make sure nothing happened to the Oku? You don't understand. If I hadn't been bedridden, and I had my Naginata with me, I'm sure I would have cut these villains in two myself, I think.
I do not recall you giving you a look that says anything of that sort, but I suppose you're right. You are indeed the most capable warrior in your own right, Lady Fuku.
Never mind the past. Right now, we need to focus on the future. Both of us. We need to find that traitorous Matsudara Izunokami and string him up. I mean, save the Shogun as soon as possible.
Indeed. Master, before I pledge my services to you, there was a time where I served another. Now, by some strange quirk of fate, I've been called back to the age of Kane, the time when my former lord Tokugawa Iemitsu was still alive. Forgive me, but I cannot turn my back on him now. To do so would be the height of disloyalty. Please, Master, let me help him. Our plan was always to rescue everyone, and that goes for Lord Iemitsu too. Sure. Understood. You have my profound thanks, Master.
Oh, right. Now that another ghost type has been defeated, does that mean
Ghost type. Like it's Pokemon.
just as I calculated, another pillbox? It's useless. He's much too sickly. How could a man like that possibly lead all of Japan? Just when our country faces an unprecedented crisis too. Damn foreigners. They just won't let up.
Oh, damn. Very, very real.
And then there have been those massive earthquakes, the tsunami, and disease that's been going around. Some people say it's the gods punishing us for dealing with foreigners.
This is hopeless. I can't take it. What did I do to deserve this? First, those foreigners won't leave us alone. Then those earthquakes killed thousands of people, of my people, followed by cholera. Cholera? Killing thousands more. What am I supposed to do? What can I do? Oh god, I wish I could just run away from it all.
You care that deeply about things that aren't your fault. Ah, what a kind man you are. And now you feel driven to despair by that very kindness. You poor thing. Well, I love you for your kindness. It's okay to run away if you want. You don't have to think about anything you don't want to. Here, why don't you lie down for a while? If you have trouble sleeping, I could sing you a lullaby if you like.
Thanks. I'm guessing that's Kama. Thanks, Kama.
So, this one says Iesada. That should be the 13th Shogun. Let's go ahead and add it to your Mystic Code.
Oh?
I guess I should probably tell you what little we know before we move on to the next floor.
Hey. Acquire 13 Shogun Tokugawa Iesada's Inro. Let's go, Labyrinth time! Stairs to second level. Proceed to layer 2. Act 3, Part of Insincerity, Part 1. Path of Insincerity, Part 1, that's it. Wait, how many acts are there? Are there 11 acts? I think so, right? Ooh, okay. Earlier. Just how big is this labyrinth anyway? I'm bored of golf punching enemies to smithereens by now. Then again, I suppose that sort of boredom is inevitable when you're just overwhelmingly powerful like me. The only thing more criminal than my sheer talent is how long it took me to realize it. Don't just pop up like that. I'm an invincible lone wolf, you know. In 5 seconds, you'll be sorry you ever surprised me. Dankeschön. Could it be... Are you our lord?
Oh yes, he must be. Just look at his dignified gaze. That noble bearing, that stout build, it must be him. Our lord, we have been waiting for you, our lord.
Oh, what's this now? You don't seem to be hostile like the other ones. Uh-huh.
Please, ride this way, my lord. We will show you to a paradise made just for you. Everything in the Oko is here for you, our lord. My sweet dreams. Our job is to help you recuperate from the stress of your duties. We are here to soothe your weary heart and heal your precious body. You need not worry about anything while you are here.
This is a rather unexpected development. They must have me confused for someone else. But if that's the case, I may as well use it to my own advantage. It would be foolish not to go around brute forcing my... It would be foolish to go around brute forcing my way through this whole place. Gordolf, you brilliant rascal. From here on, all you need to do is let your genius take the wheel.
Is everything alright? Are you not our lord after all? If you aren't...
Huh? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm your lord. Who else could I possibly be? So are you saying that the Gordolf we saw at the beginning was actually the real Gordolf, just kind of like LARPing as the Shogun? No. Go on, show me to this paradise at once. In for a penny, in for a pound, I say.
Of course, our lord. Forgive us. We are sorry, our lord. You have been gone for so long. We have missed you. Please tell us, what have you been up to?
Gordy LARPing, surely not. Yes, of course. I'm a busy man. After all, seeing how I'm responsible for the many people working under me, I'll be happy to regale you with as many tales of my hardships and exploits as you like. It's a prequel to our arrival? Yeah, I know. Now, where to begin? Perhaps I should start with the one thing about my technical advisor. LARP or die golf. Golf, true. She's a hard worker. Too hard if you ask me. So one time, I came up with a new spell that would have the barbecue industry quaking in its boots in order to surprise her, only to have her burst out laughing before she praised me. And then there was the time my administrative advisor spouted off some famous quote out of nowhere, so I scolded him to be more mindful of the time and place for that sort of thing. Bro felt insecure. Oh. After all, there are few things worse than realizing after the fact which case of his he was quoting from what? There are few things worse than realizing after the fact which case of his he was quoting from while you're in the loo. Okay. Sure.
Oh my, this is so fun. Please tell us more, our lord. Me too, me too.
No, settle down. First, I'd like you to show me the way to this paradise you mentioned. Do be careful not to get lost. Heh, I almost feel bad for these dolls, seeing how helpless they are in the face of my negotiation skills. I must say, having them believe me so fully feels rather good. Yes, rather good indeed. Man. Sitting room with an arrow. Sitting room with a stiff door. What? Gordy grows on LB98. True. Arrow or stiff door? What did Kiara say? Court of being the enemy of humanity, yeah. Winded walking, yeah. Sitting room with a stiff door. Knowing Kiara, I feel like if it's stiff, then I feel like that's the Kiara option. Arrow? I'm trying to think if anything was mentioned about like either an arrow or a door. I don't remember it. I'm gonna go with stiff door because it says stiff. The door is really hard to open, but it's probably not just because it's jammed. Good logic, yeah. You proceed by forcing the doors open with all your might. Sitting room with stiff door. This particular door won't open no matter how hard you pull on it. Well, if pulling doesn't work, push it. That worked. Hey, I think that works. Hey, I think the logic worked. The logic worked.
So they managed to free that old guy who's been holding out all this time, huh?
Forgive me, my lady. I have no excuse.
Well, that's okay. These things happen, right? Thanks for filling me in.
Aren't you going to punish me?
Huh? Why would I do that? Do you get off on pain and suffering or something? I didn't know you were such a perv, Matsudaira.
No, I have no wish to be punished. But it has been my experience that both punishments and rewards are government leaders' means of keeping their people in line.
Oh, please. Do I look like someone who cares about silly rules like that? I think of you like I do of all other humans. Brainless, worthless, and utterly hopeless.
Okay. Going full beast, full Kiara.
Yes, you're only human, so of course you're going to screw up. Of course things aren't going to go as planned. Being weak and incompetent is what defines you all humans. Honestly, I hate every last one of you. But even so, I still love you all. The love this skull had was a one-time deal, but Parvati's the one who got that pure and beautiful part.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I can love all of you, no matter how worthless you are. I am the god of love, after all. Huh? You know Cha-Cha? I mean, Lady Yodo too.
Oh, was Chacha from this time? Oh yeah, she's very energetic. I don't know anything about her, but I know of her. She's currently a welfare. I heard that she's dog shit.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. I heard she can be quite a handful. Of course, I suppose she had to be properly... wait, I suppose she had to be properly...
She had to be too...
properly support the Toyotomi clan after they lost Lord Hideyoshi. You mean you never met her yourself, Tsubone? Me? Oh no, I could never. I do have some history with Lady Oya, Lord Hidetada's wife, and Lord Iemitsu's mother.
Surely you'll know her soon. Yeah, surely she's not from an event.
But I don't think the Azai princesses like me very much, so I never tried to meet with them.
They don't like you? Really?
Really? My father was a retainer for Akechi, who killed Lord Nobunaga,
Oh.
and my husband was a retainer for Kobayakawa, who betrayed the Toyotomi clan.
Oh. Yeah, your entire family was kind of like full of traitors, huh? Interesting.
I'm sure they must see me as this horrible woman who was part of all the worst things in their lives.
Yodo Dono, 1569, 1615. Kasuga Natsune, 1579. Okay, so they had some overlap.
I don't have any hard feelings towards her or her sisters myself, but I can understand how she must feel.
You know, I see Nobu a lot too. That's a lie for me, but I guess Fujimaru Ritsuka sees her on her off time. On his off time.
You do? Oh my! I can't decide if I would love to meet her with. I can't decide if I would love to meet him, or if I would prefer he never even knew I existed.
I was sure you would say this. I was sure you would say it was nonsense. But even when you learned, I can't speak today. Even when you learned I am now a shadow engraved on human history, and that master is on a quest to save the world. You seemed not the least bit You seemed not the least bit surprised.
Oh, I was certainly surprised, Lord Munenori, but I have no trouble believing that someone as skilled as yourself may be able to undertake such a quest. Even the late Lord Ieyasu became a revered Gongen, a manifestation of the Buddha after he passed onward.
Guda, yep. We'll get there soon. I think it's, wait, is Guda tomorrow? I think it might be.
Well, I'm glad you were so understanding. To be honest.
Yes? Nice.
There's a lot of things about this we don't understand ourselves. For example, why did Kama choose to build this Oko out of people?
I mean, you kind of assume it's probably for energy reasons. It's just, efficient. It's creepy to think everything here is made out of people. Well, it's made out of their life force, no? Didn't they say that? So it's, you know, it's kind of like converting people into energy for it. Plan your AP accordingly, because we'll most likely have maintenance from 5 AM to 9 AM. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I feel the same way, even though I'm just helping you navigate it. Still. We were able to meet up with the greatest swordsman in Edo. Now we know it's possible to save people here, as long as we're not too late, so...
Yeah, we just need to defeat Kama and everyone's gonna be released from what we can tell. In CET, that's maintenance ending 10 AM on the 20th. Thank you. Thank you. And then I'm guessing it starts at 6 AM if that's the case. Okay. We're definitely not gonna stop until we've saved everyone.
Right. I don't know how much help I can be with that, but I'll do whatever I can. Alright, that's enough filling in for now.
Off by 1 error, that's fine.
As expected, it looks like there are more enemies on this floor.
Ah.
Oh, but these aren't attacking.
Be on your guard, Lady Seishuin. Even one such as you could still be in danger if you're taken by surprise.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Thank you for the warning. Yes, I can see you practice with what you preach. You have not lowered your guard the least bit, not even toward me. Perhaps his instinct tell him not to.
Not lowered your guard, not... Okay.
I don't think he would hesitate to cut me down if he suspected I was up to something. What a good, upright man. Ah, I do so wish I had met him in my deep sea haven rather than here. Welcome, my lords. Nyoku is meant for the Shogun, our lord. If you are all here, you must all be our lord. Please this way. We will show you inside. I could tell this floor felt different somehow, but this is still a surprise. So these dolls consider you their lord, without fighting. What do you think? It does look like we may have an easier time making our way in if we play along.
Welcome, Ved. Welcome. Yes, I'm the Shogun. Sorry, I'm not the Shogun. No. I want to defeat them.
Well, I saw it coming. The livermet is nothing if not honest to a fault, no matter how much it may get him in trouble. Well said. No matter what the circumstances, there can be no excuse for lying.
Oh, I just wanted to fight. That's why I said it.
I appreciate your honesty, Lord the Livermet. I want every child I raise to be as honest as you. What a good boy you are, Pet.
Thanks. She just patted my head again.
Your purity of heart is wonderfully refreshing. You've been raised by an excellent wet nurse. No doubt she takes after another excellent one I could name.
Finally caught up with the VODs? Nice, man. Nice. Welcome to the live.
So, you are not our lord. This will not do. This is the Yoku. We are not made to welcome anyone else. Well, it seems you've rather agitated them. Life has a funny way of taking these little twists and turns, doesn't it? It is not too late. Admit that you are our lord, the Shogun, and we will be happy to welcome you. As a goddess, I usually like to take people at their word, but this is just reeks of suspicion. If this is a trap, we're not falling for it. If you won't get out of our way, we'll just go in without you.
Ugh. Oh.
図書館を開く気になったか。いざ開け H の門。全知全能ならざる我らが全知全能なる者へと。
Biblioteche Basileo. Mahapralaya his ass. Oh my god. That chain is so beautiful. Mahapralaya.
無事終わりました。内容いかがでしたか？
I feel sick. And it's even worse if I try to keep my mouth shut. Are you okay, Tsubane? Do you need to lie down? I don't mean like that. I mean this floor. This whole fake Okuma is making me sick. I always thought it was strange that it had turned into an underground labyrinth, but now it's even stranger. This kind of structure shouldn't even be possible for the Oku. Places they used to have a lavatory are now just hallways, and many of these sliding doors just lead to dead ends.
True, these routes we've been taking are almost dizzying.
This floor seems to be using its own bizarre labyrinthine construction to impede us. I can tell how unique it is just from mapping it out. And as a result, your walking speed has been getting slower and slower. But thanks to Kasuga and Tsubone, you have been able to avoid getting completely lost. We're lucky to have such a capable guide leading us around. I'm reminded again how essential navigators really are. Well, I guess my basic knowledge of the Oku still applies, no matter how bizarre its new structure may be. After that, it all just comes down to figuring out the architect's habits and a little bit of intuition. It's nothing that impressive, really.
Surely there can be none more familiar with the Oku's workings than you, Lady Fuku. Slowness from Minecraft, true. Matt is guiding us. Yep. So far we haven't gotten any wrong turns yet. We haven't taken any wrong turns. So, we're doing good. Your knowledge easily surpasses the Shogun's or our Lord Doi Toshikatsu, to say nothing of myself. You did well choosing the Oku's most knowledgeable person as your guide, Master. Perhaps the heavens are on our side. I mean, we we legit chose the first person that we saw on the tutorial floor. Hey, it's still a true statement. I can't take credit for that. That was all par.
Oh, I just got lucky. But I suppose it goes to show how it's always worth your time to help others in need. Oh, sorry. I guess you don't need me on this floor, do you? I just slow you all down.
So Kiara was talking about like trusting and like being careful and stuff like that. I wonder if it's gonna be about that. All good, gents, all good. It's probably not gonna be a long stream today because my throat is very tired, so it's probably gonna be done by the time you get back, but all good. Have a good one. Take care. Yeah, take care, gents.
Okay, okay, Tsubone, you take it from here. Now that you mentioned the heavens, you do have a rather virtuous face, Lord Delivermet.
What's virtuous? Okay.
I suspect he still has some wonderful latent talent lying dormant, the kind with lots of room left to grow.
You think so? Pulls hair. He really thinks so?
I do! Alright, I made up my mind. If fate brought us together, then I'm going to make the most of it. While we're down here walking this labyrinth, I'll take you all under my wing and educate you as is any good wet nurse's duty. If there's anything you'd like to know more about, just say the word. I'm excellent at cooking, cleaning, washing the clothes, sewing, and mediating between the worlds inside and outside the Oko if I do say so myself. I can take care of anything that needs doing in a flash, and I'm also the type who needs to keep busy all the time. Honestly, it's been depressing for me to go through this labyrinthine Oko in silence, especially with this bizarre layout. Of course, I'm happy to completely devote myself to finding a way through it, if it means rescuing the Shogun. But that doesn't mean there's no time for a few diversions along the way. In fact, I'd even say they're necessary. Spoken like a skilled multitasker and workaholic, I can sympathize very well.
Is there anything you want to ask us?
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh my, you're rather shrewd, aren't you? Honestly, yes, I'm intensely curious to hear what things are like in the future. But as I said before, there are some things I'm just not meant to know. Well, as long as we don't tell you anything that directly pertains to us, or to you, I don't think it would hurt to tell you about the modern day life and customs in general, or about Caldia. Thank you, Lady Mesh. That would be a great help in staving off boredom on the way. Nothing brings me more joy than raising talented people, which is why I'm also very passionate about self-improvement. Now, let's move quickly, but not so quickly that we can't have a nice conversation on the way.
oh. I don't know why my throat is dying today. I feel like I'm like talking through a straw. It's like my tonsils are like completely together. Ugh. Let's see. So the only thing that Kiara was talking about in this segment was suspicion and being careful, Yagyu being careful, Yagyu cutting her down on a moment's notice if needed. Oh, path of insincerity, extra. Cramped looking sitting room. I'm guessing this is an extra path. So I'm guessing this is just an extra story, right? Cramped looking sitting room. I'm guessing this is the only way to go. I'm guessing the other way is just an extra tidbit of story or whatever. It looks like a big door, but the actual entrance is a smaller door below. It's an ordeal just to reach a room, but it feels a little cramped with so much inside too. Yep, okay. Path of Insincerity, part 3.
I thought I could help you make headway faster once I'd made some progress on my analysis of the labyrinth's pattern. But I'm afraid its layout is still just too difficult for me to predict. I'm sorry. Please don't be. All the speed in the world isn't going to help us if we just end up running around in circles. I'm sure we would be taking even longer if we did not have you leading the way, Tsubone. Relatively speaking, one could argue that we are already hurrying as quickly as we can. At any rate, analyzing the labyrinth's data is primarily my job, so I promise I'll be doing anything in my power to figure out what lies ahead. What still lies ahead. And I promise you I'll be doing my best to help keep you all healthy. Speaking of which, you've been walking for a pretty long time now. Are you holding up okay, Master?
I might be feeling a little dizzy.
Well, we can't have that. Okay, let's take a break then. We'll get nowhere fast if we push ourselves too hard too soon, after all.
Give me something to eat.
This place looks like a living room. Maybe there's a futon you can lie down on somewhere. A futon in the oku.
No, Kiara. No, Kiara. Bad Kiara.
At this point, I think anything soft would do. What about seating cushions? Are there any of those there?
Oh, Kiara, actually, this is your time to shine. Kiara?
Oh my, anything soft would do. So that's what we need now, is it?
Yes, correct.
Something soft upon which Master can lie in sweet repose. You must be referring to a woman's body. Yes!
Yes, correct. I mean, yes, those are soft, but no. Hello? Where's the Shkatanai? I guess we have to make use of our resources. Answer. Hello? Coward.
Oh, forgive me. I suppose I was so distracted that I spoke thoughtlessly, even crudely. Perhaps I may have, at times, a somewhat low return of mine. Oh, how embarrassing. I just hope I haven't said anything to arouse your ire.
Somewhat?
Well, everyone makes mistakes now and then. Please, pay it no mind. I'm more interested to hear what it was you were talking about. If you're feeling a little unwell yourself, maybe it would be good for you to rest up too. No, quite the opposite. I did not quite understand at first, but as we made our way through this floor,
Okay.
I've come to see how I might be able to help in however small a way.
Yeah?
Master, you've been receiving mapping data from Lady Shion and Lady Mesh, correct? May I borrow the device you've been using to read it, please?
Of course. Sure, fine by me. Need anything else? My security number?
Thank you, Master. Now, let me see what I can do with this data myself. I apologize if this is rude, but I'm surprised you know your way around that so well. I'm impressed you know as much about computers as you do about Buddhism.
Well, I'll have you know, Mesh, there's this world called Seraph that's fully digitized.
Looks like you're adding some numbers to the map. Fascinating. What is this data, and how are you evaluating it? That's a good question. I suppose the simplest explanation would be that I'm merely taking the impressions I gather in my capacity of my true profession and quantifying them.
Math was converted. Kiara is a super hacker, of course, of course.
That's a good question.
Oh, I already said this. Okay.
It's your profession. Given how skilled you are as a nun, it's hard to imagine you ever doing any other kind of work.
Even he fell. You know, I decided to kind of look at this from Fujimaru's perspective. Not Fujimaru's perspective. I put myself in Fujimaru's mindset. You know, he trusts everyone he comes around, so I'm gonna trust Kiara. I've decided to trust Kiara in this run because Fujimaru trusts Kiara.
Yes, I'm indeed a nun now, but I'm also a therapist of sorts. My calling entailed listening to people speak of their troubles, helping them develop strategies for coping, uncovering the traumas they had buried deep within themselves, and then taking that pain away.
And just acting dumb.
I wouldn't say I exactly chose it as a profession so much as I fell into it when I realized just what it was that I was doing.
Exactly, Robert.
I see. Well, that's not too surprising. I'm sure any highly virtuous member of the clergy would attract people wanting to lay down their burdens. After all, saving people is a core part of Buddhist teachings, isn't it? Yes. That's right. The title given to those who devote themselves to saving all living things is Bodhisattva.
Wait, let me just quickly scan through Kiara's text. Because I want to know for future labyrinth endeavors.
That's what I strive for. To do my best to save all living things, no matter how big or small, or anything else.
Yeah? Are you sure about that?
Shujo Muhen Segando. The vow to save all living things. Homon Mujin Seigan Gaku. The vow to learn as many things as possible.
Yeah, I agree, Matt.
Butsudo Mujo Seiganjo. The vow to seek enlightenment. These are the various vows I have made to myself. I was simply doing my best to uphold them. But the desire to save others is still, in itself, a desire. Yet I once thought of this as my calling only shows how far I'm still from enlightenment. But that's a paltry price to pay for one such as myself to save those in need, or relieve them of their own earthly desires.
It gets better. I feel like he was the best in some of the early singularities, honestly. Like Singularity 5, 6... Yeah, 5... 6, 7... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think those singularities, he was pretty good. Fujimaru. Like, obviously, there was the entire goofy scene with Quetzal, but apart from that, he was really cool there. He was the worst in part 1.5, though, by far.
Should it be necessary, I would gladly offer up my body and soul in service of those in need.
Or to those in need.
I recognize those. Those are the 4 Buddhist vows any budding Bodhisattva strives to fulfill.
That Fuji is written by Nasu? The vow to save all living things, learn as many things as possible, seek enlightenment. Or relieve them of their own earthly desires.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I counted 3. I was that's what I was checking. I was like, 4? I believe the 4th is called Bon no Muryo Segandan. And that it is the vow to relinquish all one's earthly desires. Oh, she's not gonna relinquish lust, that's for sure. I remember hearing about such things from the high priest I studied under as a young man, so as to apply them to my swordmanship.
I will say that some things are best left unspoken. I have, of course, made that vow as well, but I imagine you and I interpret it rather differently. At any rate, it's all thanks to that. That I happen to have a bit better understanding of what goes on in others' hearts than most. And that is, perhaps, why I was able to sense this. In brief, the mazes on these floors all feel as though they represent some condition of the heart. What do you mean?
The mazes represent some condition of the heart. Okay.
Actions and emotions are inextricably linked.
Use the we interpret differently card. Yep. It's the all-powerful spell. Actions and emotions are inextricably linked.
Just as certain behaviors elicit specific feelings in an individual, so can this apply to any number of people.
Okay.
The opposite is true as well, to a degree. Creating feelings in someone can help determine how they may act.
Creating feelings? Yeah.
By way of example, let's say a group of people is exploring a maze, and they come to a fork in the path. It's not difficult to imagine that those most enthusiastic among their number might choose one path to take, while those favoring caution might choose another.
Yeah, makes sense.
There you have it. If you wish your more eager parties to win, you merely place your goal at the end of the path they are more likely to choose, or to the reverse for the cautious. I suppose you're right. So with that in mind, and based on the paths we've seen so far, I was wondering if there might be some rule related to the heart on this floor that could help us determine the correct route. Those numbers I append on the map are my estimates based on these theories.
Oh. A rule related to the heart on this floor. Oh, okay. So she straight up kind of like told us the theming of this floor. Okay.
And if I'm correct, I believe in that on this floor, the more we follow our urge to keep moving forward, the more likely it is we'll come to a dead end.
The more we follow our urge to keep moving forward, the more likely it is we'll come to a dead end. Okay. I might have noticed the same thing. I have?
That being the case, we can plot a way forward that will help us reach our goal. In essence, what we must do is lie to ourselves, in a sense, and choose the path that appeals less to our desire to make forward advances.
Okay. Okay, so she straight up just told us. Okay, in the previous one, the tutorial one, she didn't tell us. It was kind of like, betting is not hard, players just can't read. Okay. I feel like in the tutorial one, they kind of didn't tell you anything though. But here she actually just tells you.
Now that you mention it, there have been times where we only found a way forward. Once we investigated places like the bathrooms and closets that you would think would be dead ends.
Okay.
And then there's the way this path has been anything but straightforward. So you're saying there are laws governing these layouts? That it's not all just a coincidence? Assuming my analysis is correct, yes, I think so.
It's gonna be super helpful.
This is great. I never thought you would provide us with helpful analysis like this on top of your fighting skills. Having you as the last servant of Caldia might just have been the best stroke of luck we could have hoped for.
Yeah, I agree. We're so lucky to have Kiara here.
Fluctuations based on one's state of mind. Huh. I was analyzing the rules governing this labyrinth's three-dimensional layout on our end too, of course. But I never would have thought to include the psychological parameters that accounted for how you fall by going down certain paths. I guess there are some things that only become apparent when you are actually out in the field. I cannot believe I missed this. Please don't feel bad. It's only our good fortune that permitted me to notice this. Besides, I thought this alone will be enough to see to our goal. Some parts of this, I'm afraid I cannot figure out, I must confess. And I expect we'll encounter paths in the future. They'll be even harder to choose between now that we understand this governing principle. So in those cases, we will still need to depend on Lady Kasuga Tsubone to show us the correct path. So it still comes down to my intuition, huh? I can do that. All that aside, you really are something else, Lady Seishuin. Between your cool-headedness, your analytical insight, and your keen observation, I don't think you're quite like any monk I've ever met. If it were at all possible, I would love to hire you for the Oko once this is all over. The Oko's true attendants are always worrying about one thing or another. If they could talk to you about their problems, I think you'd be able to help resolve them handily. What do you say, Lady Seishuin? I'd be happy to reward you handsomely for your trouble.
Oh
my, that sounds lovely. Of course I would be happy to go with whatever to go wherever I'm needed. Oh, but don't worry about the reward. I love people so very much. Guiding them to salvation is its own reward.
Oh no. Something tells me that would be a very bad idea.
Oh, that's right. I am your servant now. Yes, master? Forgive me, Lady Kasuga Tsubone, but I'm afraid I must decline your kind offer to serve as the Oku's therapist. Soaka.
Something feels off about her. I get the feeling we shouldn't depend on Kiara too much if we can help it. Nah. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. Four paths, and we need to lie to ourselves. Secret path, sitting room. Okay. Open sitting room. Walls only sitting room. Sitting room with treasure. So they said we need to lie to ourselves. We want to push through, but we need to lie to ourselves and not push through. So we want to go to the ones that we can't push through, so the wall one probably, right? Walls only sitting room, probably this one. Because this one sounds like a dead end. Secret path, no, that one sounds too... And these two are definitely not it. The treasure one sounds the most tempting one. So no, it's gotta be walls only then. Only walls and no exit. It appears to be a dead end. Yep. When you approach the wall and look closely, you find that there's a handle fixed to it. Also, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up after I get to the next segment, talking segment. My voice today has been struggling. I don't know why, but I can't get anything out of my voice. You pull the handle and the wall opens up. It appears the door was painted to look like a wall. I want to keep going, but my voice isn't cooperating. It legit feels like my throat is like a straw right now for some reason. Roadblock sitting room. There's a sign propped in front of a skeleton mold that says no entry. What? Roadblock sitting room. Okay. Make sure you get enough rest. Yeah, well. There's not gonna be a stream tomorrow because it's Thursday as usual, so I'm gonna rest up a bit. And then Friday we should be continuing on. You ignore the sign and pass through when suddenly the skeleton starts to move. You knew that was coming. Jump scare. Six remaining. Okay. I did record whatchamacallit, what was it today? Goddamn Sinners, movie 5 today. That was such a good movie. Holy shit, I can't wait for you guys to see it. That was so good. The best movie by far so far. But it's coming out on Friday, so... You decide what you want to do about Guda Guda. The raids, you have to be up to date with the event story. I haven't decided yet. We can talk about it in the Discord after maybe like day 1 or 2 is out, because we don't know what the story is gonna be like, right, when it comes to spoilers and stuff. So we'll talk about it once it actually comes out. Yep. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. We'll pass through, don't worry. Nice. Ain't no way it has spoilers, but maybe. Exactly, exactly. That's the problem, right? That's the problem. Because there's gonna be like a random character that says something from like LB7 and I'm gonna be like, what? So we need to get to the cat repellent sitting room. Maneki Nico. So the Maneki Nico would be the lucky one, right? So we don't want to go into the lucky one because that's the good one. Maneki Nico would be the positive one, surely. But the cat repellent one would be the bad one. So we need to go into the cat repellent one. Yo, what's up, Luna? Today's gonna be a short stream, so we're gonna be wrapping up very soon, Luna. So you came at the end of the stream, kinda. There are those of things that look like bottles of water. You hesitate to get near them. I read somewhere that Oku is an homage to a Ksoge called Okuki or something, and now have the pain. And now the pain of the exploration makes sense. Ah, okay. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, Guda Guda is like 99% chance of not having spoilers. Exactly. But that 1%, you know, that 1% does worry me. The bottles are neatly and beautifully lined up. Is there some sort of ritual going on? Nothing happened. But it doesn't completely negate the possibility of these bottles having some sort of effect. Thanks for the mats. So this is, I'm guessing, the total progress through the labyrinth, right? And once we get here, is gonna be the final boss fight. Jesus Christ, okay, it's fine. No first-timers. Booming business. Well, I feel like I'm a first-timer, so probably, so I should probably go here, because it's telling me not to go here. Booming business. No, that one sounds too good. There are tables set, but the place is empty. You hesitate to go in. If you path right, you'll only be 33% done. We'll see. There's nobody here, but the place doesn't seem inviting. It's as if it's trying to repel potential visitors. Yep, that's why we're going here. Because it should be the correct one. It doesn't seem like it to be a dead end, so let's pass by real quick. This is no place for amateurs. Having fun being the proverbial hamster in the maze, yeah. It's kind of fun trying to figure out which one is the correct one and isn't the correct one, right? But... yeah. Yeah. Come on, get in here. Then you remember you have to do it all anyway, yeah. For the easy materials, yeah. But at least those I can do off stream, right? Those I can just do on my second monitor while I do other stuff. Just not until you're done with the story, of course, of course. Dun, 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 dun. She's not gonna get to MP. Hama's not gonna get to MP in this. Oh, look at him. He's so cool. What a servant. Alexandrias. She gets to MP. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of damage. Acquired 9 Shogun Tokugawa Ieshigas in a row. Are we seeing the memories? Nope. Humid sitting room. You open the door and an intense wave of heat flows out. It's so hot, you hesitate to go in. That's good. If it repels us, it means it's good. It means it's correct. There are a lot of lanterns in the room, and it feels like a sauna in here. You sweat so profusely, you might have lost some weight. Ah yes, the water weight. Give me the mats. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Full of floor cushions. Of folding screens. I feel like folding screens are gonna be way harder to get through than floor cushions. You can just step over those. These ones you need to actually move out of the way. Yeah. Yeah. Deliver me the mats. Exactly. When you open the door, a folding screen appears in the doorway. Behind the folding screen was another folding screen, and you can see beyond that. It's like a folding screen maze. A maze within a labyrinth, huh? What's the difference between a maze and a labyrinth? You realize you could just knock down the folding screen. You easily get through. Oh no. I don't like the sound of that. maze is smaller? Maybe. Full of wardrobes. When you open the door, a wardrobe appears in the doorway. This one's not gonna be that easy. You can't push down a wardrobe. Yes. It's hard. You realize you couldn't just jump on top of the wardrobe and keep going. Or you could just jump. Oh, you easily get through. No! But I think the cushions are going to be easier. Surely. Surely this is correct. One only has one exit, the other has many. I don't remember which is which. Oh. Oh, I see how that's the difference. Okay. Okay, Luna, I see. The warriors did not tolerate cheating of that sort. I do guess the labyrinth is the one with one exit. I do too, because of the Crete labyrinth, right? Having one exit. Mahapralaya deres. Yeah. Exactly, Matt. Same thought process. Holy shit, 300k? Okay. Thanks TCS for showing me the answer, yep.
さすが私。そうですね。
Sasuga watashi. Oh boy. Normal, no. Dangerous, yes. Safe, no. There's a sign that says, this place is dangerous, very suspicious. A lizard suddenly jumps out from the wall, but it's unlikely to hit you because it's so tiny. Okay. Sure. There looks to be a pitfall, but it's so obvious that you avoid it easily. David Bowie. I have no more AP. Any AP here? How many do I have? Okay, let's wait 1 minute. And we do this one and then we call it for the next one. Only apples? I'm not using my apples. I have a decent amount saved up for the lotto. I'm not using them until the lotto. I'm just waiting another 40 seconds. Maze and labyrinth are the same word in Portuguese. I feel like it's one of the English distinctions more than anything else. Five more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maze, yep. A ball falls from the ceiling, but it was made of rubber. Bro, who said this is a dangerous one? Hello? At least try. TCS would laugh in your face. Suspicious sitting room, okay. This room feels really artificial. You have a latex allergy. Well, we're wrapping it here. We're wrapping it up here. As I said, short stream today. My voice is dying for some reason. I have no idea why it's dying. Maybe the effects of the 7.5-hour stream that we did are delayed. I have no idea why my voice is suddenly just dying today. I didn't even record anything really intense today, so I'm not sure why. Yeah, we're wrapping it up today. Tomorrow, no stream because Thursday there's no streams. And Friday, there should be a stream. Also, Garden of Sinners movie reaction is coming out that I recorded today. So I'm excited. As I said, I'm excited to release that one because it was a banger of a movie. So yeah, but anyways, we'll see you guys. Shiki cut your vocal cords? Maybe she did. Couldn't she just like cut the pain from our vocal cords like she did with Fujino? Just cut out the pain that's happening, not the actual cords. She could, exactly. Exactly, she should. Anyways. Thank you guys for joining, and tomorrow there's gonna be Guda Guda. Obviously, as I said, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna wait a few days with Guda Guda, at least 2 or 3 days, and then on the 4th day supposedly there's a raid, so you should be caught up with the story if you want to participate in the raid. But I'm gonna ask people in the Discord about what's happening there, maybe even on stream when I stream. I'm gonna ask about what the story is like and stuff like that, and we might take a break for Oku to catch up with Guda Guda so that we can participate in the raid and stuff like that. So we'll see, right? We'll see. Because I do want to play Guda Guda as long as there's no spoilers there. And yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys. Thank you for coming here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye.